welcome to the Knitical Therapy Podcast. I'm Carrie, your host and Knitical Therapist. Today is July 7th, 2017, and I'm coming to you today for the last time from San Luis Obispo, California. We are getting ready to move to San Mateo, and we are actually packing up the apartment as I speak. Richard is on his way back from the first run of boxes up to the new apartment. So I'm here gonna just record a really quick episode. Hopefully I can upload this and edit it quickly tonight after we're all done packing. So I just want to share with you a few things. The first thing, I'm just going to get it out of the way, is actually a mystery cal. So if you do not want to be spoiled for the moraine cal, I have finished the first 4 clues. So look away if you do not want to see it. If you do want to see it, then keep watching. So this is what I have so far. There is a nice cabled area up top here, and then there's the garter stitch area below it. And the construction so far is really fun. I do enjoy it. There's some short rows down here. It's hard to kind of tell, but for a while it was just a rectangle. So now it is more circular, or half circular, and I'm really enjoying it. I feel like the clues are a very appropriate length. I can get them done within a week without too much stress. I've actually had this one done since Monday maybe, and then it has given me time to work on other projects as well, which is kind of neat, because sometimes I join mystery cals, you know, I've probably done like 2 or 3 of them, but I join them and then I do like 1 or 2 clues, and then I get so far behind and I feel like that's the only thing I should be working on. Then it becomes I become guilty, it's just not worth it. It's knitting, it's supposed to be fun. So that's the Moraine Cal by Kino Knits. And I'm using Narwhal Needleworks yarn. Let's see if I have the tag. And that's in the Rogue base, and it's in the mulberry colorway. This was a gift to me from a yarn exchange that I partook that I was a part of earlier this year. The next thing that I was working on, well, I'll talk about that in a minute. The next thing I've been working on is my Ocean Bound, which I'm in the middle of a row. But I finished, last time I saw you, I was down, I think, in this garter stitch area. Finished that, moved on to the last and final lace section. And so I'm partway through the second repeat of the lace. I have to do, I think, 1 or 2 more, and then there's another lace chart. So I've got probably about 20 more rows, I would guess. Still enjoying it. The rows are just getting long, which is to be expected. One thing I did want to talk about, I guess, is when I went home to Buffalo this couple weeks ago, I took this project, the Moraine Cal, and then a pair of socks, which I will show you in a minute. And I could only find 1 pair of wooden size 6 needles. And of course, every single project I wanted to take with me required size 6 needles, and being an airplane, I wasn't sure about traveling with the with metal needles. So what I did was switched these 2 projects over to their Knit Picks needles. I think they might actually be Knitter's Pride cords because they're interchangeable. But regardless, I changed it over, and my lighting just went a little weird, so hopefully that's not the case for you guys. Hopefully that's just on my end. I think it's because it went to night mode on my phone. So we'll see if it looks, hopefully it doesn't look weird for the rest. But I put caps on my needles so that I just had the one pair of needles, the 2 cords, and I was able to easily switch between the 2 while I was traveling. It made for less pointy things in my bag, and it also just it just worked out since I didn't have an extra needle, and that's the whole point of interchangeable needles, right? You can interchange them. So that was kind of neat. That's the first time I've really done that, where I've put the caps on and kind of switched between patterns. I have a number of interchangeable needles, so that usually isn't necessary, but it was for that trip, and it worked out really well. The next thing, and I forgot to show you guys, I finished baby blanket number 3, and I actually just stopped sooner than I was at one time planning. I was thinking I would do another round, but I just honestly was getting sick of doing the pattern. So I finished up the square, and it's done. I still have to sew in the ends, and I'll do that in San Mateo and then send it off to my friend in North Carolina. So hopefully I'll do that soon, so that the baby can get it while it's still a baby. While she's still a baby, because that would be nice. The next thing I've been working on, as I mentioned, was a pair of socks. These you've seen before are my Lost Lake socks, and I'm just doing the Cafe Macchiato pattern on these, and I'm just about at the point where I'm going to have to put in the heel. So of course I kind of paused. I haven't really been working in like a sock place, really. I've been doing so many blankets and shawls that these have kind of gone on the back burner, but I did get a good chunk of them done while I was on vacation, and when I got home while I was waiting for the next clue for the marine cow. So that's that. And then the last and final thing I want to show you today is my spinning. So it is actually, oh my goodness, Tour de Fleece is going on, and I decided to try and spin 10 minutes every day, which this morning I did this in the morning before I actually went to work. So this is my spindle. It is a turtle made spindle. Let's see. There you go. And it's 3D printed, and you can pick colors. I have 2 different color pinks and then the green. This is this is a set of poonies from, let me pardon the crinkles. So these are poonies from Naturally Knitty. I found them on Etsy. I don't know if I'd heard of the dyer before, but I think I honestly just found the poonies and thought they were really pretty. This was kind of when I had first started knitting. I decided to pick them up, and I've got about, I think it was 2 ounces. I've got quite a few left still. I think I've done about 2 of these little turtle things, which this is currently my 2nd rolag, or poonie. I don't know the difference between rolag and poonie, so if I'm using them interchangeably incorrectly, let me know. So yeah, they're fun. I do enjoy spinning. I have a wheel, I have a number of spindles, but I don't find it as quick and easy to pick up and work on as it is to knit. So I tend to come back to knitting before spinning, and I'm really trying to create some practice to do the spinning more frequently. Let's see, I think, so I don't know, I haven't been very good at recording. I don't know what it is. I think a big part of it is I try and come out to something interesting behind me, and that puts a lot of pressure on me to find something cool and then set something up, and then sometimes I have to carry all my knitting and so out to the middle of nowhere and all that. But as fun as that is, and as I hope you guys enjoy that, I think I'm putting a lot of pressure to just do that, and it's really keeping me from being able to be consistent with my podcast. So what I'm going to try and do for the next month is be consistent. So this is technically the first week of July. So hopefully I will have one podcast every week of July, and I might have a boring white wall behind me, but I will record. So that's my goal for July. Let's see. I have a fun story about something that happened to me a couple days ago as I was driving home from work. There was a car in front of me, and you could kind of tell they were distracted. They were kind of swerving a little bit, not a whole lot, but enough that I was like, oh geez, here we go. So I kind of was like on an ultra alert, but they were going really slow, so I safely passed them, and they were like waving a shirt outside their window, and I was like, what are they doing, no idea, kind of thrown off, but I just ignored them, went past them. About 5 miles down the road, there was a stoplight. She pulls up next to me, and she's like telling me to roll down my window. So I rolled down my window, and she goes, hey, you're from New York. I love New York. Here, do you think it'll make it? And she had a t-shirt balled up in her hand, and she threw the t-shirt from her car into my passenger window, and that is this shirt. You can't see the bottom of it, but it is, let's see if I can, it is I love New York. So it was kind of funny. So I still have my New York plates because I'm traveling. I don't have a permanent address here, and I don't really know what my plan is. So that's what that's how she knew I was from New York. And this is the I Heart New York is a little bit more New York City. I'm from Western New York, so Buffalo, but it was still really cool. Obviously, I'm wearing it. It fit me perfectly. I'm honestly just curious if this lady had a box of I Heart New York shirts that she keeps in her car and hands out when she sees people, or what. I have no idea. So that was pretty neat. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was pretty funny. I don't even know how I responded to her. I was just so thrown off by the whole situation. Who expects to get thrown a t-shirt while driving home from work? Let's see. I think that might be everything. Oh, I will be putting a little short video, like literally 2 seconds maybe, of me spinning, or at least of the spindle spinning. I tried to post it on Instagram, but the video was too short. So I will not be posting it on Instagram, but I really wanted to share it because I just thought it was a cool little clip. And so I'll be sharing that. I don't know if I'll get any pictures up with it. As I said, I'm going to try and make this editing for the video short and sweet so that I can continue packing. But I think I'm going to end it here. I'm going to sign off here, but quick, I'm going to just mention the PalCal is going on, and that's with the Actually Knitting podcast. So go check that one out, and that one has a lot of prizes. I'm actually have donated 2 patterns of the winner's choice, so please go over, knit some things made by or designed by or in yarn that is dyed by fellow podcasters, and show them the support that you appreciate all the free entertainment. And also Stash Dash is going on. I do now have 2 things finished, the 2 blankets. I can't remember my exact number, so I will report on that next week. And let's see, there was one is there something else? I think that's it. And that's all. Oh, and well, I already mentioned Tour de Fleece. So thank you so much for stopping by, especially if this is your first time. Even more so if you are a returning listener. I do hope you enjoyed it. Hit like or subscribe down below so that you can find out when I post new videos and so that other people can find me. So appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Bye. I also wanted to mention you can find me on Instagram as Knitical Therapy, on Ravelry as Knitical Therapy, and on Goodreads as K Willa. We have a group in the Ravelry forum as Knitical Therapy Podcast. So please come check us out, join the group, say hello. I really appreciate you all giving me a watch, and I'll see you next week. Bye.